Welcome to another episode on our channel. So I decided to give it another go with this gal, my alter ego, the weathered version compared to my alter ego, the clean version. I do love the clean version, don't get me wrong. I had more growing affection to the weathered version, especially when I had the jacket on. But then she looked like she was dressed for winter, and why would you expose your midriff in the winter? So I decided to tone it down a bit, take the jacket off. And I often thought to myself, if I were to weather something that didn't seem like it would be an easy job, like this nylon shirt that she has on here, I thought, well, why don't I do it the natural way? Weathering generally takes place in the military, especially if you're wearing, the same outfit for days on end, and you're crawling around on your knees. You're getting dirt into your knees. You're dirt all over your uniform. Maybe grass stains on top of it, and so forth. That's how weathering truly occurs. And the question is, why don't we do that, more of that, when we're weathering clothes? Just do it the natural way. And part of that is because it's not a permanent thing. Because with clothes that you wear and you do get some weathering on it, or it gets dirty, you wash it and it's clean again. Well, what if you want to reuse the clothes in a different way? It's kind of nice to be able to just wash things and, start all over again. So I thought, okay, I have painted the pants a couple of times. Spray fabric paint black was put on it, and then I went to town with sandpaper to weather it. Did the same with the jacket to get a nice weathering look. But today I went outside and I put a little sand, some darker sand on it, and kind of just brushed it lightly on, brushed a little off. So now it's got some more browns mixed in, which I love. It gives it a nice look. Then I decided, okay, if I'm going to have her wear less, not have the jacket on so that she looks weathered, this shirt has to look a little more weathered, as do the arm sleeves and the wrist sleeves and so forth. So I took these articles of clothing, went outside and found some soil I wanted to use, just put the items in the soil and took my foot and just dug in and twisted to get as much dirt into these things as I could, and kind of shook it lightly so not all of it would come out, and then put things on. And I think it actually turned out fairly well. It's not the same tone as the pants or the jacket, but you can tell some weathering effects have occurred here. And the neat side effect of this process is, as you're getting the shirt back on, you're actually weathering some of the body too. And that was a nice effect. And then I took a piece of wood that had been burnt on one end, and I tried to put just the faintest of smudges on her face. Not too brave there. I don't want to really overdo it. So just a little hint of it is there on her face. Not much. Maybe I should put more on it. I don't know. But right now I'm just going to start out with less is more. So I think what we'll do is, we've already seen the comparison between the clean version and the weathered version. So we'll get her on a turn tray, do the roundabouts from a distance, closer up, and then at the head. And then we'll try to really focus in on the pants all the way up to her face, and do the same thing with the jacket on both sides, so you can see what can be accomplished after you've put a couple coats of spray paint, fabric paint on it, and you've done the sandpapering. If you want to add a layer of dirt to it to give it a more brown look, it'll show you what effects you can achieve. So we'll be right back with her on the turn tray. So the idea I had this morning was to just add a layer of actual natural materials to the weathering process. This was 2 coats of black paint, 2 coats of black paint on this, sandpaper to this, sandpaper to this to get it initially weathered, and adding a ground cover, natural cover to it and dusting it off, created a little browner look to both of these articles of clothing. Not only that, but I really tried to embed as much dirt into the nylon shirt that I could, in the arm sleeves and the wrist sleeves. So you may not see as many details from this distance, but we are going to get some closer shots in just a second. All right, let's pause and get some tighter close-ups from here on up. I'm going to start here. And then we're just going to go around here. You can see the dirt, especially at the top, a little at the bottom, certainly in the elbow sleeves. And the only thing you lose in this process, it's not permanent, but that's okay. There's more sand out there. Anyway, and the added effect is that you get dirt on her. So she gets a little weathered in terms of just her body, along with her outfit. So we'll pause now and get some tighter shots from here on up now. So here she is, and you might be able to see a few smudges on her face. Not many, I didn't really want to overdo it. She's got quite a head of hair there. I even put the scarf in dirt and kind of mushed it around. It may not look like it, but I did do it. So there you go. So this is going from the boots that were weathered with paint to black pants that had 2 coats of black spray paint and were sandpapered and then a layer of dirt put over it. The holster was weathered with a black wash as well. And of course, the wrist sleeves, the arm sleeves, the shirt itself, as well as the stocking cap, I just really ground these items into the dirt in our backyard. And there you go. So you can see here with the jacket with 2 coats of paint, sandpaper, and then some soil that's lightly put on and brushed off a bit can do to add a nice weathering effect. That's a bit more natural. All right, there you go. So we're back to look at the fully weathered look without the jacket, but to include the jacket, and the clean version side by side. I hope you've liked what you've seen today. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.